No, that's enough, basically. No, luckily there aren't any new ones.
How are they? What's the likelihood?
Well, they're making very good progress, but of course too early after just a week for them to have made this game. But we're working hard on them, and I don't know, there's no time scale. You don't get time scales from your medical department on muscle strains because they can't be 100% certain when the strain's going to be all cleared up and they're ready again to play. But we're working hard on it, so we'll take it week by week and we'll see if we can get them fit for next week, and if not, we'll have to work for the week after.
And does that mean Speroni is likely to start against Liverpool then?
Yes, I hope he does. He's the one we've got.
Any concerns?
And at what's point, he's a good goalkeeper too, so we're very fortunate. We're much more fortunate than many clubs that to have a goalkeeper of his quality and his experience to go in as the third goalkeeper. That's pretty fortunate. Most clubs these days, they have two goalkeepers and the third one is often a young guy who has got very little experience. We've got a man who's played over 400 times for the Palace and is still in very good shape.
Hello, Roy.
Hi.
How do you prepare to play Liverpool at Anfield?
Well, playing them at Anfield or playing them here, that doesn't make a vast difference in terms of our preparation because we're playing the same 11 players, and obviously away games are often harder to get results in than home games, but that isn't always the case either. And you prepare by making certain that you do as much research and homework you can do on the team so that you can prepare your players for what they're likely to meet, both in the attacking phase, defensive phase and the set play phase. And you do that of course by using all the video evidence that we have and also using the knowledge that you have of the players, many of whom of course have been in the league for a long time and are players that we know. And then you use your week's training to try and make certain that any tactical considerations that you think are going to be particularly important in the game, if you're going to get a result from the game, you rehearse them on the field of play, as well as in your pre-match meetings where you're presenting the team, making certain that the players when they go on the field know as much as possible about the opposition and what they're likely to come across, and that they will then feel as ready as they possibly can be to deal with it.
So what you know about Liverpool in that case is they have very talented players and they're playing particularly well at the moment. Absolutely,
yeah. And the unfortunate thing in this league is that goes quite often for the team you're meeting on a Saturday or Sunday. So it's nothing new for us to be preparing for a game where we have enormous respect for the opposition and enormous respect for the season they're having and the way they're playing. It's nothing new for us, and it's part and parcel of being in the Premier League. And if you're in the second half of the table rather than the first half of the table, you know you face an uphill battle when you meet teams of Liverpool's calibre.
How much confidence, though, can you take into this match, knowing that you beat Manchester City at the Etihad not that long ago?
You're always going to win some games during the course of a season. I think to say yes, I took a lot of confidence from that. I'd have needed to have played that game up there and dominated it from start to finish, and really just driven Manchester City out of sight. That wasn't the case. We scored very good goals and defended well against a team that had the lion's share of the play. I would think that's the sort of task that we need to prepare ourselves for again, because it would surprise me if Liverpool, the way they're playing, don't have the lion's share of possession and be the dominant force in the game. So we have to work hard like we did at Manchester United before the Man City game to make certain that we defend well and that we are then ready to take our chances and ready when we have the ball to try and exploit any space that maybe Liverpool have left because they're going forward more than we are.
Crystal Palace do have a quite good record at Anfield. I think they might be the last top-flight Premier League team to beat them at home. And you, as a manager, have a good record as the visiting manager to Anfield. I don't know if you think that has any bearing at all on...
No, I don't think it has any bearing. I've said this on many occasions. I think that you can learn lessons from history, but the fact that you've had some success historically doesn't give you the right to have any future success. And I can remember a couple of games at Liverpool where I've gone with other teams and done okay, but I couldn't give you my exact record as a visiting manager at Liverpool. I'm not aware of what that is, because I've got to say that my record as a visiting manager, or my past record playing various clubs, it never seems to have any real effect upon me in the present day. You know, this is the current Liverpool team playing the current Crystal Palace team. Injuries to both teams which will affect them to some extent, and of course forms of both teams which affect to some extent. So each game is very much a new game. So I think those statistics that you give me, they're nothing more really than filling up the newspapers or filling up the airtime and giving people something to talk about. But I don't get any feeling that, well, because my last game at Liverpool was a successful one, this is going to be like that.